12 episode. Welcome, Howard.
A little feedback.
Yeah.
Are you getting a little feedback at all?
What kind of feedback are you getting?
No. So at your event last night, at the Jewish Experience Wine and Cheese event, this to me I think was the most hysterical moment in a long time.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Let's Kvetch, where mindful speech and wisdom always stretch. Rabbi Raphael Howard on the mic, dropping Torah gems every day inside.
So you had one of the silent auction bids was part being a guest on this very show.
Priceless.
In my eyes, I agree. Okay. You started off a little bit high though, like.
Priceless, but not that.
Okay, it's not
that. Yeah.
Okay, it's not really priceless, but
yeah.
Anyways,
okay.
The value lies somewhere. Anyways, so I'm looking at the sheet at the time, empty. However, that was a little frustrating. So a gentleman to next to me was looking at the item to the right of it, and it was the pizza party at Brooklyn Pizza.
Beautiful Brooklyn Pizza.
Finest pizza here in Denver.
Best contribution in the universe.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I brought up the show. I said, you should take a look. Have you ever heard of Let's Kvetch podcast? He said, no. I said, well, here, let me show you. And I get on my phone. I go right to YouTube. And then the last episode we did. And then he says, oh, there's Rabbi Leban. I said, yeah.
There's Rabbi Leban, Let's Kvetch.
All right. And do you know the guy in the middle?
Who is that guy in the middle?
The guy in the middle. Do
who
you know
is that?
Him? I'm standing right next to him. And he said, I don't know who it is.
That is the most what am I chopped liver moment of the year. I think that is great.
Wait.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was kidding. You're joking.
Howard, such an experience is so good for your ego.
Oh my gosh!
With this big,
whatever I had,
whatever ego you might have had, I know. A person, who's on a very popular podcast, he naturally has a great ego problem, and so now you don't have that anymore.
No,
this reminds me. I got to tell you, in advance of Rosh Hashanah, let me just add a story to that.
Yeah.
There was a student in yeshiva, and he went in to see his rabbi, and he said, "Rabbi, I need some help. I'm struggling with an ego problem." Right. And the rabbi said, you? That was all he needed to say. That was the end of that. The student was all done. So you got one of those moments,
It was hysterical.
Oh, well,
my gosh.
What I would like to ask the studio audience, everybody should send in. Oh, not the studio, the non-studio. What's the opposite of the studio? The not in the studio audience.
Okay,
our virtual
talk
audience.
About showing your age.
Yeah, exactly. What do they call the audience of a podcast?
I don't know.
Our podcast audience, please write in and tell everybody that you know who Howard is with me. Write in that you know that my co-host is Howard.
You gotta do the form address. Where the form is.
Go to cleanspeech.com/Let's Kvetch.
Right.
And there you'll find an opportunity to say, we love that other guy sitting next to Rabbi Leban. Not sure who he is, but we like him. And keep on kvetching.
Okay. So we have a
today's episode is going to be a special guest.
Right, special guest. Abo Simonov, who is a barber here in town.
Not just any barber.
No.
My barber. My barber here in town.
That's
right.
Bucking for a free
No. Listen, I've been, I wouldn't get my hair cut by anybody else.
Okay.
I have a lot of other barbers that are friends, but Abo's my guy.
He's your guy.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, I went once. Okay, no.
Okay, let's get him on the show.
Let's
come on down.
Okay, Abo.
Okay.
What did I say?
Abo. Which is. Thanks for being on our show.
Okay.
Well, tell me actually, your English name is actually Arthur.
So in the Soviet Union, my name was, the Russian name was Arthur. And then my Hebrew name was Abo.
And it's a Hebrew name, Abo?
It's Abba. In Bukharian, they call it, it's the Aleph, it's like O. So they call it Abo.
Gotcha. The new principal at Dot, his name is Abba also.
I actually just met him.
Yeah, last night. You could have met him at our Wine and Cheese last night. Oh, you weren't there.
I met him at the Torah.
Right. That's I met him actually at that event, at your event too.
Yeah, It was pretty
Okay.
cool to see someone same name that is not Bukharian.
Yeah, that's really nice. But the Bukharian pronunciation is Abo.
Yes.
Very nice. That's your actual name. When you get called to the Torah, they call you Abo.
Yep.
Very
Abo
nice.
ben Eliyahu.
Okay. All right. So Abo ben Eliyahu was
Read his bio.
okay. I'm right here.
Okay.
Okay. Born in the former Soviet Union, which was what is it called? What was it called?
Tajikistan. Tajikistan.
What he said.
Tajikistan.
Right. Moved to Israel.
One of the stands.
And moved to Israel as a child, and then to America at 13. At 17, under the guidance of Rabbi Yaakov Abayev, Abo became religious, and that path has shaped his life ever since. He feels blessed by Hashem with a wonderful wife, 6 children, and a barbershop in Capitol Hill, and is also the founder and president of the Shabbat House synagogue in Aurora. The Alfanis, is that pronounced right?
Alfanis, that's the name of the barbershop. Yes.
Is located, just as a little plug for you, at 1240 East Colfax.
Book online, please.
Book on. Oh well, then we'll have to put in the.
I'll give you the link.
The link.
Do you need a haircut? Yeah.
Okay.
You look
know
okay.
what? At my age now,
It's less frequent.
It's less.
He'll take good care of you.
I can answer it. I know that. Don't need to. Okay. He loves kids.
Don't kvetch about
Kids.
other people's haircuts. That's the
Oh,
first
no, loves
rule.
it. And then he thrives on being positive. Oh, that's something that
So true.
He loves on being thrives on that.
Very
Enjoys
positive.
laughing, solving problems, and finding solutions. Always aiming to bring light and connection in everything he does.
You got
Okay.
it right, yes.
So what's the kvetch about? I mean,
There's nothing to kvetch about. But let me tell you this. I one time was at a JCC clean speech meeting with the staff there, and as I was talking about it, suddenly a lady who I'd never met before, she says, "Oh, you know what? At my barbershop, they have all these little clean speech magnets. I've actually seen that." And I said, "I know just the barbershop you're talking about. Alfani's, that's also my barbershop, because over there..."
Yeah, we put all the magnets every year, so we had a small collection.
Oh, that's nice.
It's very nice.
It's not just for cars.
They stick great too. Barber magnets.
It's right on the
Barber
frame of
with
the mirror.
mirrors.
Okay.
The barbers, yeah.
So I think what's a pressing question for this episode
Okay.
is that once that person's in the chair, you have them for roughly 30 to 45 minutes.
10 to 20
Or in my
minutes,
case,
or-
well, that's in my that's
Mine too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but still, you strike up a conversation. The person's talking. They're talking about whatever. They may be complaining about politics or something like that.
Personal life,
Yeah, whatever.
communal life.
Right? Am I right?
Absolutely, yes.
So, our curious question is, when we have a guest like you, how do you deal with such complaints? How do you deal with that conversation?
So I'm in Capitol Hill, and that area is very interesting because we have different political views, and I have different types of people. And it's a very, very unique situation, every customer. So it's very hard to say something back because you don't know where the client is holding or standing. And it takes a little time to understand the customer, to understand what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And even when he complains, where exactly it's coming from.
Right.
And I try not to answer in a political way or take
It's your
sides.
customer. It's your customer.
Take sides.
Right. You don't want to offend them.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do want to say something, especially if you're coming from a religious background or religious point of view. You do want to say something because it's wrong. But I hold myself and I listen to him, and we do have conversations. And if he asks me what I think about it, that's the hardest part.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Then you can't stay silent.
So then I have to think about it really, really hard. It's for the moment. It's split seconds.
Without taking the scissors and
I can do it at once. I can do it all.
Whoops. Okay,
I'm pretty quick. Pretty quick.
Okay.
You know, I either change conversation or I ask more questions. I make it more.
Where are you coming from?
Nothing personal.
You want to know where they're coming from on such a stance?
Yeah, give them that. Part of being a barber, it's not just the haircut. I feel like it's the atmosphere. It's the barber feel like he's in a safe place where he wants to relax. And a lot of people drive very, very far to have that experience.
Right.
It's the atmosphere. It's the personal relationship with the barber.
Okay.
And also, it's like a therapy in a way for the clients. And for me personally, for every kvetch, kvetch?
Kvetch. Well
For every
said.
kvetch, it's an opportunity for me, in a personal level, to to understand life a little bit differently.
Yes.
An opportunity for myself to grow, even though I disagree with this person. And the easy part about it is I would say for me would be thanking Hashem that I don't have to go through certain problems that people go through, because I see a lot of people, and the hardest thing I would say in my business would be going home, because no matter what, you're seeing so many people every day.
Yes. And hearing enough.
You're hearing it doesn't have to be kvetching, it doesn't have to be complaints. It's just a lot of information on a daily basis.
Yes.
The hardest part of it is putting that stop. As soon as you walk out of the door, to make sure that it just stays.
It stays at the shop.
And
What's said in Alfani stays in Alfani.
and that's, I think, is the hardest part, but it's manageable. And this is what I do. I make people look good.
Okay.
And make them feel good.
Well, you made.
And that ain't easy.
Well, but
appearance is very important. Once you look good, you feel good.
There you go. I think that was in a movie. No?
That was my line.
That was your line. Okay, so that's the tagline.
When you look good, you feel good.
There you go. Okay. But from your perspective, because you lived in other countries, we're both Americans. But Rabbi Leban lived in Israel for quite a while. I have not. I did get married there, and
you married an Israeli woman. You live in Israel a lot at home. Let me just tell you.
Nothing to complain about here.
No, not at all. No, none whatsoever. Just make that clear. So, but does that dynamic that of different cultures that you have has been infused in you?
Absolutely.
Does that help?
Absolutely.
Or how do you deal with that?
It's total opposite cultures. The Israeli culture, the Soviet Union culture and mentality, and coming to America, it's completely, whether it's at home, whether it's the way they run business, whether it's customer service, the conversation that takes place, the information that are actually being talked about in a personal level is completely different. It's I would say heaven and earth. It's the distance is very, very far from each other.
Right.
In the beginning, it took me a little bit of time. How can you? I would think about certain things, certain conversations. How can a client just tell me this, knowing that I'm wearing a kippah? How can you tell me that, and when knowing that I'm in a certain place?
Yes.
Or knowing that I'm belong somewhere with my religion or where I'm from, and a lot of them are open and a lot of them are closed. A lot of them hide feelings. A lot of them you can feel the energy when they want to say something.
Yes.
And they don't say it. You can feel it, and I have good experience feeling people's energies, and it's very interesting dealing with certain people.
You have a lot of different types of people and nationalities and religions come in there?
Religions, ethnicity, people, even work titles or occupations.
Mm-hmm. Different economic statuses and tax brackets?
So I would say a lot of our clients are 30s to 50s. A lot of them are business oriented. A lot of them are actually in tech business. Actually, some in the medical field because we are actually close to a few hospitals. And yeah.
And a lot of regulars. Some drop-ins, but mostly regulars.
A lot of regulars, yeah. A lot of regulars.
Now, I will say that having been there many times and always had a great experience, I've never really witnessed this, but did you ever have a case where the customers really got into it or got hot, or let's say one was talking about, politics this way and one got upset about it that way? Did you ever have fights break out or threaten to break out?
There were actually, so I've been in this location since 2010. And yes, I had about 4 very hot incidents.
Right.
So it was few with me personally, and it was few actually with other employees. With the other employees, it got very, very heated. It wasn't so much about politics. It was just on a personal communication level, skills. And it was the information was not properly communicated, the haircut and a little bit of attitude on both sides, and it escalated to almost, let's to the cape out and let's do it here, let's
all right.
So
that's one.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
3 more.
Oh.
I'll tell you another one. There was actually some religious debates or heated moments, also with another barber. I try to, respect everybody's point of view and not to tell anybody that they're wrong or right. I feel like everybody's entitled to the way they feel, and I respect it. I don't have to agree with everybody, but I don't have to show them I don't disagree with them. I don't have to show that. So it's very, very important. And
I want to highlight that for our listeners because I think you made a very beautiful point. You can be respectful, you can differ with them, and you may not even need to share that you are of another opinion. You don't have to necessarily say that. Yeah. It's not every time that someone says something that you disagree with, you have to jump in and say, well, I disagree.
Yeah, with friends it's much easier, close friends, to express that. But I think the end of the day, on both ends, it would be that you have that level of respect. You don't take nothing personal, and then you respect their decision or their opinion. It's very, very important, and especially with friends, because that can escalate very, very far, very easy. Right. And then with me, it was a customer actually that got a little drunk and started saying a lot of politically.
While they were in the chair, were they drinking? Or
I think they were drinking.
He came
before.
in the grade.
Yeah, they're already a long-time customer.
Okay.
Already a little bit drunk before, and he starts saying a lot of words to other clients.
Wait.
You support this one, you support that one, and he says, why are you asking? Because you look like the one who supports X, Y, and Z. And then it was escalated really quick, and I had to let him out of the chair. And there was only one
in the middle
incident.
of a haircut, you had to sort of interrupt and say,
it was
sir.
only towards the end.
Okay.
But it was another incident before I started. I had to. It was only one time I had to ask somebody to leave the shop. It was very disrespectful. I'm a very patient guy, especially in that industry, servicing a lot of clients. And I put the cape on. He starts saying a lot of disrespectful words, and I said, "I'm sorry, I can't take care of you. I'm sorry. If you don't respect the service that I'm going to provide you, I'm sorry, I can't do this." I took the cape out and we exchanged some words, and I just let him go.
Okay.
You chose a respectful posture in your shop over a new client.
Absolutely, yes.
I think this
Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, we've had, when we had Shua, we did the podcast with Shua, the owner of Eastside Kosher Deli, and then when we had Abo, it's a good thing that we're learning. Is you can have disagreements with people, but you got to be respectful and of their opinions. And
it's very hard.
It's very hard, but
a lot of self work.
Well, there was, just a short bit ago, there was news of Charlie Kirk. I don't know if you heard, he was at a rally and got shot.
Because of
Well, he's he's definitely on the right, but that's not the point. But he speaks his mind and he talks about a lot of different things, and some things you may disagree with. But it took that to a heart.
Someone went and shot him because they disagreed with him so vehemently.
At the rally.
I didn't see that.
At a school, at a college.
No,
college.
Shot him.
In Utah. Yeah,
Wow.
not that long ago.
Is that your baby kvetching from the other room?
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, listen. Let me just ask you this, and then we'll really let you go. You know what our tagline is? It's Kvetch responsibly. So if how do you think? And I think we've gotten already some inkling, but how do you really think that you kvetch responsibly at work? Is there a place for you to kvetch responsibly?
Personally, I work very, very hard on seeing things differently.
What does different mean?
And a different point of view. I try to see things behind the scenes and different messages.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit easier for me not to see the moment right now, the situation right now, and trying to see behind the scenes, whether I gotta try to see what the person is actually going through. Because I don't know how he came here. Maybe he just got divorced, maybe he lost money, maybe something happened. Right. It was same thing with the employees. I don't know their story, but I take that, I put it in the basket. Yeah. And that weighs much more than the situation.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Context.
We can't judge someone else because you haven't walked in their shoes. You don't know. You don't know where they've come from. And
very nice.
Anyways, thank you.
It's been great having you on the show. This is helpful, and a professional boxer in the boxing ring of kvetching. We really appreciate having you with us.
I have to say, the conclusion, if I may say,
please,
it's very, very important to respect people's opinion, even though you disagree, not 100%, 1,000,000%. That's very, very important. And I think if people are gonna invest that time and respect each other's opinions, you don't have to do what he told you to do or invest whatever he's telling you to invest in, or about someone. Any information, you disagree with him, you leave it at that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to lead into an argument.
Does not have to know. No. Respect is very important. This is my message.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful message.
Beautiful.
Podcast.
Thank you so much for being with us and sharing the beautiful message.
And I'll see you soon. Do my haircut.
That's it. You come in for your haircut at Alfani's Barbershop,
Alfani's,
where you know you're going to have a respectful...
You have to book online.
I have to book online,
at
1240 East Colfax. Colfax.
That's not the online.
Lafayette.
Online is alfanisbarbershop.com.
But anyways, don't forget to click, like, subscribe, the bell, hit the bell.
Not your social security number, but social media.
And share with friends, because we got to get the word out on this podcast.
We should all kvetch responsibly.
Very responsible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Welcome to the show. It's Let's Kvetch, where mindful speech and wisdom always stretch. Rabbi Raphael Howard on the mic, dropping Torah gems every day in sight. Let's Kvetch, let's not forget. Choose words wisely, no regret. Guard your tongue, learn the flow. Jewish vibes on the podcast. Let's go. From Lashon Hara to keeping speech kind, every syllable affects the divine. Pause before you speak, breathe and reflect. Every day my Vaughn earns respect. Howard's got the laughs, Rabbi keeps it deep. Lessons on the lips for your soul to keep. We're talking truth, talking shalom by it. Heart stays soft when the tone stays quiet. Let's kvetch, let's not forget. Choose words wisely, no regret. Guard your tongue, learn the flow. Jewish vibes on the podcast. Let's go. Rhythm wisdom of the mitzvah, speech is gold. Lesson in restraint, let the story unfold. No gossip, no hate, keep the temple clean. Listeners engaged in that mindful routine.